Tonight, we take a look at how COVID-19 is still affecting Alabama residents. Governor Ivey helped break ground on a new peanut plant, and that will bring jobs to the state in its National Napping Day. That's all coming up at Eagle Eye News at 6. Good evening and welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Ainsley Ehlers.
And I'm Adrian Ellis. After 5 months battling COVID-19 in the hospital, an Alabama man is back at home with his family. Doctor says his type of recovery is rare and he still faces an uphill battle, but he's glad to be released. Byron Khalil has more on the warm welcome from the community.
Just happy for him to be home.
Sarita Clements had no idea that when she and her husband Danny contracted COVID-19, he would spend the next 5 months fighting for his life.
He was in Princeton, stayed there for about probably 3 months, went to Anniston to a rehab, was on ECMO, dialysis, vent, trach, everything you can think of. Was stayed at Anniston just a little bit, back to Princeton because he went septic, stayed at Princeton.
69-year-old Danny Clements spent time at 2 other medical facilities before recovering. Doctors told the family a recovery like this doesn't happen often.
They say it just don't happen, Rarely ever happens, from what he has been through.
The Carbon Hill community had a special welcome home event prepared for Danny.
We feel honored as a town to be able to have a COVID patient to return back home.
Some holding signs with supportive messages.
Every day he's gotten better and better, but he's just, if he could talk to you and tell you right now, he's ecstatic right now. Just to be home, that's what he has prayed for, is to be home.
In their weekly COVID-19 update, Auburn University reported 13 positive cases for the week of March 2nd. This is fewer cases than the week before, which saw only 16 tests positive. The total number of positive cases since September 6th is 2,026 for Auburn's main campus. If you suspect you have been exposed to COVID-19, self-report to the Auburn University Medical Clinic or on Auburn's COVID Resource Center.
A new study contradicts the notion that teens and young adults are less likely to get COVID than older adults. It suggests that they are actually more likely to become infected. Researchers looked at infection rates in Utah, Florida, Kansas, Missouri, South Dakota, and Tennessee. They say these selected states because they report COVID cases by age groups. Young adults aged 15 to 24 years old reported a higher frequency of COVID-19 infections than adults 65 and over in each state. In Florida and Utah, they are twice as likely to become infected. These researchers believe one potential reason these results contradict conventional thought is because they looked at data from last summer when restrictions were relaxed and COVID was surging. They say that gave them enough cases to paint a clear picture of what was going on.
You've probably heard the term herd immunity a lot during this pandemic. When it comes to COVID-19, it means the time when a large enough portion of a population becomes immune to the virus, making the spread from person to person unlikely. Now, some top health experts are putting a timeline on when the U.S. might reach that point.
When more Americans get vaccinated, it's less likely COVID-19 will spread. The U.S. could hit herd immunity by this summer through vaccination alone.
If you look at the planned rollout of the vaccines, that we would hopefully get to that point somewhere by the end of the summer and the early fall.
According to the latest numbers, we still have a ways to go. Herd immunity thresholds for COVID-19 are only estimates at this point, but experts generally agree that somewhere between 70% and 85% of the population must be protected to suppress the spread. Getting there before next winter will be key.
If we can get to 80% population immunity by the end of the summer, then we won't see a surge next winter, because this is basically a winter respiratory virus, and it'll be back unless we have a significant percentage of the population vaccinated.
When the weather gets warmer, health experts say that will also help.
If you look at what happened last summer, when 100% of the population was susceptible and we didn't have a vaccine, still those numbers came down and then surged again in the winter.
But it all hinges on Americans getting their COVID-19 vaccinations.
If a significant number of people do not get vaccinated, then that would delay where we would get to that endpoint.
Coming up, a man is dead after crashing their house in Birmingham, and Governor Ivey broke ground on a new peanut plant. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. Police in Birmingham, Alabama didn't know what led to an accident that left a driver dead. Officers reports of a vehicle crashing into a home early last Friday morning. The driver was pronounced dead at the scene. Police searched the home and did not find anyone inside. No other injuries have been reported in the incident, and an investigation is currently underway.
Last week, President Biden signed an executive order to expand voting access. The order directs the heads of all federal agencies to submit proposals for the respective agencies to promote voter registration and participation within 200 days. The move comes days after the House passed a sweeping ethics and election package that aimed at ensuring voting rights. It also has provisions expanding early and mail-in voting, restoring voting rights to former felons, and easing voter registration for eligible Americans. Biden signed the order Sunday to mark the anniversary of Bloody Sunday, when Alabama state troopers attacked peaceful civil rights protesters in 1965.
Governor Kay Ivey helped break ground on the coastal growing peanut processing plant in Atmore. Farmers throughout coastal Alabama are looking forward to new opportunities to grow and process peanuts in the area. Today, Governor Kay Ivey said, "One of my highest priorities is to develop our workforce," as she helped kick off the groundbreaking of a new state-of-the-art peanut processing plant. The plant, operated by coastal growers, is an $87 million investment in the local economy and co-op farming for Escambia and surrounding areas.
A random drawing of Sentinel testing participants, Auburn's men's basketball coach Bruce Pearl recently selected the winner of a basketball that he signed.
Today, I'm giving away a personalized basketball to a randomly selected individual who has participated in the first 6 weeks of Auburn University's Sentinel testing program. The winner is Jewel Criggs. Congratulations. For more prizes and incentives, I strongly encourage you to participate in the Sentinel testing program. If selected, Sentinel testing allows us to take a snapshot of campus health, making informed decisions to keep you healthy, and it provides an opportunity for students and employees to live out the human touch and show their care for the Auburn family. War Eagle.
The basketball giveaway is the first among several drawings to come for future prizes, with those who participate in Centennial testing having their names automatically added for the chance to win. Centennial testing participants also receive their choice of a Let's Test mask, pin, or t-shirt following their test. The Centennial testing process includes a random selection of students, faculty, and staff on campus. Although participation is optional, it is highly encouraged as it helps Auburn identify and respond to any emerging virus transmissions trends on campus.
The Auburn City Fest will be returning to the Plains on Saturday, April 24th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Keysole Park. The 20th annual event will feature live music, arts and crafts, and food vendors, children art activities, special appearances, and more. The festival will be held rain or shine. The 2021 City Fest theme is the loveliest art and craft festival on the Plains. The event will focus on art, food, and building community while resembling a traditional arts and craft festival. Following the state of Alabama and CDC COVID-19 guidelines, masks will be required by all visitors and vendors. Arts and crafts and food vendors will be spaced throughout the entire park to allow the public to socially distance while shopping. Nonprofit organizations will not have an on-site presence. The Auburn City Fest Committee is currently accepting art and craft vendor applications. Items are required to be handcrafted. Food vendors' booth spaces are sold out. When we come back, Auburn's Forestry is celebrating 75 years and Aflac is sponsoring a business competition.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. New name, new dates, new message, and same goals. Recycle Mania has rebranded as the Campus Race to Zero Waste for the competition's 20th anniversary, and Auburn University is participating to promote recycling and waste reduction across campus. The competition officially kicked off on January 31st and will end on March 27th. During the 8-week competition, Auburn will report on the amount of recycling and waste collected. Then the total amounts are ranked into different categories, like who recycles the most or which schools have the best recycling rates. With recycling bins located across campus, both in buildings and along university walkways, opportunities are always available. Plastic bottles, aluminum cans, steel cans, paper, and cardboard can be recycled in hundreds of different bins.
The 2021 War Eagle Battalion Golf Classic event will be held April 6th at the Auburn University Club. Participants can choose from 6 different packages depending on the amount of teams they want entered. Funds raised will benefit the Heroes of Tomorrow Scholarship Fund, which provides the opportunity for multiple AROTC cadets to pursue their dreams of serving their country. The 4-person scramble tournaments will be featured prizes for first place, holes in one, longest drives, closest to pins, putting and chipping competitions, and more.
The Auburn School of Forestry and Wildlife Sciences is commemorating its 75th anniversary with a year-long anniversary celebration. In honor of this historic milestone, the school will showcase its alumni and significant teaching, research, and extension achievements with a series of virtual and in-person events.
Welcome to the 75th anniversary of the School of Forestry and Wildlife Sciences at Auburn University. To mark this monumental occasion, we will celebrate the school's history and accomplishments of teaching, research, and extension. But first, let us take a look at some of the most significant milestones.
With abundant forest resources stretching from the vast hardwood forests in the north to fire-driven longleaf pine savannas in the south, Alabama has always had a rich history of forestry and forest management. Dating back to the 1800s, our nation has relied upon Alabama forests to supply the timber and other forest products to fuel its growth. The Agricultural and Mechanical College of Alabama, now Auburn University, began teaching courses in forestry as early as 1896. However, it wasn't until 1946 that forestry became a standalone program in the Department of Horticulture and Forestry within the School of Agriculture, and would soon thereafter become the Department of Forestry in 1947. In response to the growing demand for trained professionals to manage forests, coupled with a greater need for a science-based foundation in forest management, the Department of Forestry continued to evolve over the next 3 decades and became the School of Forestry in 1984. In 1999, the school changed again by adding several wildlife faculty from the Department of Zoology, and in that same year became what is now the School of Forestry and Wildlife Sciences. With a steadily increasing number of faculty and students, groundbreaking for the state-of-the-art Forestry and Wildlife Sciences building happened in 2002. Since that time, the School of Forestry and Wildlife Sciences has experienced substantial growth, not only in terms of the number of students, staff, and faculty, but also in the diverse array of new majors it has established to meet the emerging needs of industry and government. During its 75-year history, the school has produced thousands of well-qualified graduates, imparted science-based solutions to improve the quality of life of citizens and the environment, and addressed our most complex natural resource challenges to create a sustainable future for society.
As you have just heard, over the past 75 years, the School of Forestry and Wildlife Sciences has grown to become a flagship institution for forestry, wildlife, and natural resources. To mark this anniversary, the school will soon host a series of events to showcase its alumni and historic legacy of its land-grant mission. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and students, we hope you will join us in celebrating the 75th anniversary of the School of Forestry and Wildlife Sciences. War Eagle.
Aflac, a leading provider of supplemental insurance products in the U.S., will serve as the title sponsor for the 8th annual SEC MBA case competition hosted virtually April 15th through the 17th by Auburn University Raymond J. Harbert College of Business. Having a popular brand like Aflac as title sponsor for the SEC MBA case competition has been such a tremendous win for the Harbert College, Auburn University, and Southeast Conference, said Jim Parrish, Executive Director of Full-Time and Online Graduate Programs at the Harbert College. AFLAC will provide teams of 4 students representing all 14 Southeast Conference universities with a business issue on the morning of April 16th. Teams must quickly analyze the situation and offer respective strategies and solutions before industry professionals judge the outcome via Zoom on the morning of April 17th. 4 teams will compete for a prize pool of $20,000.
University Writing invites students, faculty, and staff to attend its Writing an Effective IRB Protocol workshop on March 27th from 2 to 3:30 p.m. via Zoom. To learn more about all workshops, visit the WOW Wednesday events page or click here to register now. If you're currently writing an IRB protocol or want to learn more about the process, University Writing encourages you to join this workshop. This workshop will help participants gain a better understanding of strategies for writing IRB protocols and common issues to avoid. Members of the IRB will be available to answer questions, and you will have the opportunity to peer review your IRB protocol, draft a new IRB protocol. When we come back, a woman was given a prescription to hug, and it's National Napping Day. Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. A grandma in New York was given a prescription last week to hug her granddaughter after getting the second COVID-19 vaccine. The doctor made the prescription for Evelyn Shaw, reading, quote, "You are allowed to hug your daughter." It was Shaw's first hug in a year. The tender moment was recorded on video. The granddaughter said she arranged the whole thing with the doctor, even sealing the prescription in an envelope.
The Smithsonian's National Museum of American History is collecting items connected to the first known doses of the COVID-19 vaccine in the U.S. An intensive care nurse in New York named Sandra Lindsay was the first known person to receive the vaccine in the U.S. Her employers, Northwell Health, donated Lindsay's vaccination record card, scrubs, and hospital identification badge to the Smithsonian for the museum exhibit. Northwell also donated the empty Pfizer BioNTech vial that contains the first doses of approved vaccination dispensed in the U.S. Other items, such as a specialized vaccine shipper that monitors and maintains temperatures, were also acquired by the museum.
Today is National Napping Day, and it makes perfect sense that it should follow the day we spring ahead and lose an hour of sleep. A Boston University professor and his wife created National Napping Day in 1999 to highlight the health benefits of catching up on sleep. The Monday following the change to daylight savings time was chosen because it's one of the most nap-worthy days of the year. Mid-afternoon naps or siestas are an integral part of many cultures and are scientifically proven to be good for you. Naps make you feel better and can also improve your mood, making you more productive and energetic. So for National Napping Day on Monday, celebrate by treating yourself to a little snooze.
Who says you can't treat an old dog new tricks? Our new pet of the week, Dyson, begs to differ. This beautiful pup has had a tough time finding a new family to call his own and would love nothing more than a warm bed to sleep in every night. He's been in our care for over 240 days, just waiting for his new humans to walk through the door to meet him. Dyson has been learning all kinds of tricks over the past 2 weeks, and he can't wait to show them off to you. Dyson is 8 years old, but still a puppy at heart, neutered, vaccinated, and microchipped. He has also been heartworm treated and is ready to go home with you today for $25. You can apply for him online today. We're out of time, but for more Auburn news, head over to our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, and check out our social media pages. I'm Adrian Ellis.
And I'm Ainsley Ehlers. Thanks for watching, and War Eagle.